Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Decod3rs channels for a new episode of the Jelly Show. I hope you guys are doing well. GM Steph, GM Purple, GM Mitchell, GM Rabbits HS. What's up, guys? How are you doing? It's been a minute. It's been too long. I missed you. I missed you all.
Yeah, last week was it was bad timing with Valentine's Day. Had to prioritize keeping the women happy.
Yeah, but what about me, bro? I was sad. You don't want to keep me happy.
I can keep you happy every week, Vince, but that one day of the year you've got to make an exception.
One day per year. Okay. Maybe I can share. I can share you for just one day then.
Just one day.
Yeah, exactly. But now we are back. We are so back. Jess, how was your week?
It was good, man. Can't complain. Can't
Nice.
complain.
Nice. Damn. What's up?
Yeah, I've been good. I mean, I'm not going to talk about last week, Vince. You know why? But I was there. But anyway.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, you were the only one showing up. And then we were talking about with Jazz and stuff, and say, oh, okay, with blah blah blah, Decod3rs, and then what's up, then damn. Oh, by the way, we're gonna cancel it.
It's all right, but it's fine. I appreciate you guys.
No, exactly, and thanks for the call. I'm hype about what's coming with you.
Oh, you guys had a little call? Oh,
yes, we do some calls.
Oh,
we do some calls on the side.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
little call. Jack and Carl, you guys weren't in this call either. Oh,
no, this is the first time here on this call. Yeah.
No, exactly. No, we have.
Maybe Dem's gonna come to Malta before he goes out to.
There's a quick layover in Malta.
Yeah, I mean, he's not far from Malta. I mean, he's on the island just across the water.
Yeah,
he's pretty close.
Just some water between you and me.
I just realized that Vince and Dem are island boys.
Let's go.
It's kind of like father and son too. If you squint your eyes, kind of father and son vibe.
Yeah, they're the island boys of the Mediterranean.
That's cool. Okay, fair enough. I can take that. Let's go viral.
We're both good looking, so I can take it. Yeah.
Next week, Vince will come back and his face will be full of tattoos. Of a grilling.
Definitely my style, bro. What's up, Jack? How was your week since Valentine's Day?
Yeah, man. Yeah, good week. Can't complain. All going well. How about you, Vince? How's your week been?
I cooked some nice stuff for the Okay, so no, staking is live. That's the first step of the utility store. Okay, so I know staking is it's something everyone has since 1850, but no, we can move forward because it's gonna be a big stuff. It's cool. I'm excited with that. Because we can also gender swap. We have the first the first gender swap not off chain. By the way, it's off chain. But now people can get their listings, male, females.
I'd like to see that you're keeping up with the real life trends. 2024 now.
Exactly.
Swap should be available for everyone, right?
Exactly. And I don't guess. I don't suppose the gender of my NFTs, right? You never know. Mm-hmm. So I let people
never assume.
Exactly. And other than that, it's cool. More updates coming. I pushed also last night. The GM cards of OKBs.
I saw that on Twitter. I just saw that today. Yeah.
Oh, it looks cool. I just copy paste the features. I say, okay, let's make it. It was a 15 minutes development. So I did that.
Nice.
It's cool.
Yeah, I saw that today. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
It's
the DeCoDRsApp.com or something like that, right?
That's my boy.
There we go.
For the brand, bro. Yeah, GM looks clean. Yeah, I know, Ryan. I think we're gonna ask more cards from the community so we can have more diversification in the card and stuff. But that could be just making some impression, And Carl, last but not least, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Nice.
I'm good.
And by the way, happy birthday. I wanted to tell you last week.
Yeah. Oh, good, man.
Yeah, and Valentine's stuff. And happy birthday, bro. We love you.
Man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. What?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
He's like, what'd you call me?
What you call me?
No, so, I understood. Like I feel shit, but so I was not sure. But yeah, no, you don't get old, you get wiser, bro.
Wow, you get older as well. But,
See? Right.
You feel older, that's for sure.
yeah. No,
Carlos in the chat saying hi to Dem.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, I think. But
Yeah. Oh, Carlos.
hey,
What's up?
Carlos.
We
Hope
missed
you're
you.
doing good. Enjoy
Carlos
Japan,
is,
Carlos.
Tokyo or Japan?
Japan.
Oh,
He's in,
Tokyo.
Yeah, Japan.
Okay, nice. That's cool. Have you ever been there?
Nah. It's not ever somewhere I've really wanted to go.
I'd
Okay.
love to go, man.
Yeah, it's one of the best places.
Yeah, I think Japan would be fun.
All right, then, Dan. It's only an opinion, mate.
See,
Fuck
Japan
no.
would be fun to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there because of like earthquakes and tsunamis and all that fun stuff. But I would definitely visit there.
Yeah, I'd definitely visit there for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just go there when there is no tsunami and earthquake.
Oh yeah, of course.
Let me just call ahead in time. Is it going to be a tsunami this week?
I'm coming. Don't check the earth, please.
Can we keep all the water in the ocean, please?
Yeah,
exactly. Cool. All right. Sounds good.
Okay, so what happened in Web3 lands for you guys? Oh, by the way, like how's Maverick's collection after what 2 weeks? 2 weeks already after the upgrade. How do you feel? Like how's stuff going?
Yeah, good. Really. We've done like nearly every rascal that was upgraded has pretty much been unrevealed. So that's like crazy numbers. I think there's only about 10% left completely that needs upgrading and then revealing. So to have those numbers straight off the rip is like unbelievable. Honestly.
That's cool. And Dandem, I saw your tweet about like the bullishness of Solsuit, right?
Yeah, Solsuit's doing amazing as well.
Nice.
I'm super excited. I've been last couple of days, especially like I've been working day in and out on something that I'm trying to do with our developer, and I'm really excited about it.
Nice.
In general, everything has been amazing when it comes to SoulSuite. Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's coming up next. I don't want to like I saw like Carlos announcement about when and tweet about when. So I will not mention the when's. What
2024. 2024.
Thank you, Jazz, for the trade for my Forever Mavericks. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and Jazz, like you hunting for trades that you love the most, right?
Hell yeah, man. I've been enjoying it, man. I've been having a lot of fun in the trade chat.
That's cool.
Hanging out with the community, trading some Mavericks. I've been buying them off the floor. Thank you, Gambles, for that. I've been having a good couple weeks in Gambles, so I've been buying some Mavericks with them. Buying stuff off the floor. Got a nice epic off the floor the other day, a rare,
Nice.
But yeah, Ryan, I traded one of my really nice epics to somebody else in the community for a sweet snapback with a tux epic. And then I traded that to Ryan because I know he was a little upset with his epic reveal because he used to have this real cool skelly tux guy. So I traded him the snapback tux and I took his okay epic off his hands, and now I'm trying to trade that. But at least he's happy, I have a bunch of rascals, Mavericks, he only has a few, so figure I'd hook him up.
Yeah.
Good guy, Jazz.
Good guy.
See, yeah.
Comment Jazz up.
Yeah, exactly. Dub in chat for Jazz.
Well,
Give me the comments.
I mean, I had a few epics, so I mean, I could have a subpar epic and make sure that the homie that works with us has a really nice epic that he's proud of that he can wear. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, okay. So first, we're not crashing, so we're still live. So that's a first since last week. So that's cool. Thanks to OBS. Restream, we still need to talk. Second, if I ask, please like the video. Do you see an icon showing up on the UI? Because Ryan yesterday showed me a video about that. When like the content creators ask for a like, now there is like a popping up in the UI. So please let me know if that works or if it only works for Asmongold. But that's big. Like it means AI on YouTube will be awesome. Like I don't know if you saw his tweet. I don't think so, whatever, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Like okay, so it doesn't work. I won't go to one of like streamings, and in his video, he was like saying, he was reacting to a content, and he say, oh yeah, people give it a like, and by saying that, it triggered like a update on the YouTube UI for his video to get like from his community. Crazy shit. But I'm excited for that.
I don't think they see the UI thing.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm not big enough, maybe.
Yeah, they might be rolling it out to the big accounts like Mr. Beast and people like that for now. But it's only people that are probably live streaming. So like even Mr. Beast, I don't think he ever live streams. He just puts videos out.
But I don't understand why Mr. Beast will get it first and not us. That doesn't make sense at all.
Probably because he has like 80 million followers.
Yeah, and then what? Like, and what?
It could be that.
No, this is like 10,000 subscribers racism. Well, yeah, okay. Anyway, okay. So, what have you seen? Like, what kind of news do you want to like mention before I go through all of what I have? Do you have anything else in your top of your mind that you were like so like bullishness of the ecosystem or something like that? Oh, in the name and not them. Oh,
why?
Oh, my bad. Then, yeah. Well, I'm gonna change that. Thank you, Pengzu.
That's racism right there. That is racism.
Exactly. I know against.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the word, but I couldn't fucking think of the word. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of. It should be Jazz Jelly Decoders, Jazz Decoders Jelly. I mean,
another racism tactic.
I'm joking.
I have to write the labels myself.
I know. Welcome back to OBS. Where Vince is in control of everything.
Like I like to be on, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so what about the topics? Dam, do you have any topics that you want to mention before I go to my list?
Web3 based, right? Of course.
Yes, please.
No, we want to hear about your personal life.
How
was your date last week?
You guys want to talk about politics or something? I don't know.
No, don't get shadow ban.
Nah, I don't have anything, to be honest. I don't really have anything.
Jack, Carl, Jazz, anyone? Should I go there?
I guess one thing, I'm talking about my own bags here, but I'm looking forward to the OK Dogs mint next week. I think it's in 7 days from now.
Is that next week? Okay.
Yeah, it's on the 27th. Minting on Magic Eden on ETH, so
that's cool.
Excited to see what the mint price is going to be for that. I don't think it's released yet still, so excited to see what that's going to be. Hopefully it's 0, but I'm not sure if it'll be 0.
Even if it's 0, it's going to be a 200 just for gas fees.
Yeah,
but it could be $5 or $10 maybe.
Yeah, I'll pay like $10-$20, whatever.
No.
I'm just hoping that the mint is on like 0.3 ETH or some shit. Like I hope it's just free.
But like if they didn't say it, like because you will get more hype if they say it's free than not saying mint price, right?
I think it'll have a cost to it, man.
They'll have to charge something, surely, right? Unless they just, I don't know.
If the play is expanding the brand and like get like people on it, then it makes sense to be free. If they want a little bit more money to execute something or pay the bills with MG, then the mint price.
Well, I just hope it is free. I've held my OK Bear for a long time now, and this will be the first thing that I get back for holding it. So I hope I don't have to pay for it. I hope they just say, here you go, pay the gas fees and enjoy your OK dog.
Yeah, no,
exactly. Either way, I'm going to mint once it's not like ridiculously expensive. I'll just give it.
Why are you bullish on them, by the way? I like honest question.
I just like OK Bears.
Free money, bro.
I just like OK Bears. Yeah, I think the art is super cool.
Yeah, I've always liked the art.
And they've got a shit ton of money in the bank too, so it's kind of hard to think that they won't do something successful.
Like, okay, what's the driver, right? What's the mission of OK Bears? Like, when you get into the collection, what do you expect from the team?
I just expect something in return. Like, hopefully this OK Dogs is that something that's been coming for a while. I'm just banking on them doing that whole Web2 play. Obviously, they tried to venture into Web2 a bit. Obviously, they have recently with their closings hour and stuff, but kind of made a U-turn a couple of months ago saying we kind of got ahead of ourselves trying to take over Web2 when we haven't even taken over Web3 yet. And then that's why they launched their decimals on Bitcoin, and now they're trying to launch OK Dogs on Ethereum. And Maybe they'll expand to one more chain. I'm not sure. They probably just might take the top 3: Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and Solana. But hopefully after this, they can start doing something more in the Web2 direction. And my plan is hopefully, because they seem to be in a decent position to do it, is that they start generating revenue and somehow kind of feeding anything back to the OK Bear holders. That's my dream that I'm hanging on to anyway.
Okay, so now that I'm bullish because that's that ecosystem understanding makes sense, right? Like, why do you want to spread the brand on Web2 when okay, they are quite big collection on Web3, but like they're not Yuga Labs neither, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah. So they're trying to take over on all chains. Maybe not be like number one on all chains, but just make sure that they have a foot in every chain, and then they'll start tackling the Web2 side of it, which I think is good. I like that. So
that's cool. Holding. Okay, that's cool. Oh, what's the price right now for KBs? Like 50?
I think like 20 sol or 18 sol or something like that. They might have dropped a bit again, but yeah, between 15 and 20 sol thereabouts.
You planning on flipping OK Dogs or?
Probably not. Well, I don't know. It depends on the price. Like if it's decent profit, I will. I bought my OK Bear for 70 sol, so I'm quite a bit down on that. So if I can reclaim any losses on that,
price?
Solana was $10, so I bought it for like $700. So it's up.
So you're up,
double the dollar. Yeah, I'm up in dollars, but rather have 70 Solana than 15 Solana. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, like, they should basically catch up, like, because like again, the floor price on ETH will not be 0.001, so it should be fine.
Yeah, well, let's see. Let's see. Here's the hoping. But yeah, that's all the news that
that
I'm looking forward to this week.
And like Amani talk about like expanding like distribution and stuff. That's an interesting thread too. I don't know if you saw that about like between him and Bear. That was an interesting thread to talk about. We can mention that. But okay, so Ryan, I love OKB's brand and NFTs. Still not feeling the dog though. The snow feels off to me. It's missing that magic. I'm very, very picky. Yeah. Do you like the art, Jack?
It doesn't blow me away. It's like basically OK Bears, but just dogs, but nowhere near as clean in my opinion. But then again, we've only seen like maybe 5 of them released, so hopefully the overall collection looks better than kind of what's been released. They released, I think, like one mythic with that. The thing is, it's all like, from what I've seen, it seems to all be like the OK Bear trades, but just on the dog. So like, I feel like if they can somehow just carry across the great traits that OK Bears have, then it could be okay. But yeah, it's like, it's good, but it hasn't blown me away. You know what I mean? I still much prefer the Bears.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of wild, to be honest. They say we're not going to go to Web2 to take over Web3 first. They haven't taken over Solana. They're nowhere near to taking over Solana. And they're saying we're going to go to Bitcoin, which they went. And now they're saying they're going to go to Ethereum. I think they're putting too much on their plate with what they've already put out there. Like, they haven't done too much.
The way they've curated their community is like, people don't really expect anything at this point. Like, you never really see people anymore complaining, oh, my OK Bear does fucking nothing for me. I think they've kind of curated the community in a way of that they don't need to be on 3 chains providing utility for all these holders and doing everything right now. Maybe that can come in the future, but I think, the way their holders' mindset is that like, oh, I'm just holding this bear because hopefully in the future it does something. I think that's kind of from what I've seen in the Discord and stuff, I never really see anyone kicking off being like, oh, full price dropping or any of this shit. So
it's pure IP though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's pure IP play. Like, you're not going into OK Bears to expect fucking revenue X, Y, and Z to come back, or development or whatever. Like, it's a pure IP play. So people are holding it because they love the art and they feel like it'll be worth something to someone down the line when everything's much more expensive. And if you look, when they first minted, corals are going for a shitload of money. So, just based off the fact that the art is as clean as it is and is well known in Solana, you would expect it to come back up in the bull run, new faces, people going, oh shit, that art's sick, like, I'll buy that. So
which is cool for like, okay, so if you expand the IP with a project like OKBears, then it makes sense because it's an IP project, right? Like, the only promise is like, this IP project where we're gonna be big, etc. So fulfill this mission. That makes sense. For other collection is a bit tricky. It has to align with like the mission. Again, it's back to all of the mission, like we mentioned, like with Carlos, right? Like Jelly is like building all of this utility cross companies, blah blah blah. For us, it's watch to earn, YouTube content creation, blah blah blah. It's clear mission. OKBears is like hypey and brand collection. Even if it's more vague than the core mission that both of us, but it's open to more possibilities too, right?
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah, and Pengzo's saying, like, if you remember, OK Bears, they were the first ones to really bring EFIs into Sol. Like, that's the reason they ran off so fucking heavy, like, straight from mint. It was so hyped anyway. And there was supposedly a lot of ETH people that were, you know, aping, like, big money into it. And it just went up until it hit a point, and then obviously started coming down. But it's in line with everything else in terms of P&L, do you know what I mean?
No, 1%. And like for what you said, Jack, like it makes sense. Like, okay, so back to Decod when they cross-chain to ETH. So it didn't play us like intended, but it made sense for them to do the like even the bridge, but even like it could have been not just expanding the brand on another chain and be cross-chain. A cross-chain collection, because they took over Solana by 5 times the floor price. Maybe not the volume, but like the ceiling was here, right? So it makes sense at that time to do it for OKBs. Okay, they are in the top 20 collection, but like that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, like in terms of business, makes sense.
But
again.
We're talking about ETH, and I just realized, looking at the charts, that ETH broke over 3,000 today for the first time since this last bull run. It's back under 3,000, but it did break 3,000. Cool. So how do you guys feel about ETH coming up in this next bull run? Because, I mean, I'm excited. I've been holding all my ETH from mining days. I held it through all last bull run, and I'm looking to offload it this bull cycle. What do you guys think about ETH, and what do you think the all-time highs might hit this run?
10K.
Really? I think
I think so. 10K. It depends, man, because you're seeing different things come up. Like you look at what I see yesterday, Sora, VI, AI, video creation, like fucking insane. Like there's 10 clips, and it was like 3 or 4 prompts, and you had like a crisp video of like 2 pirate ships battling in a cup of coffee, and it just looks sick. But in relation to that, a lot of AI coins, so AI that took over, that was worth fuck all. Someone made like 100 bags on that, and they found it in a wallet. Sora, which is another coin, don't know whether it's backed by the actual, you know, AI people or whether it's just a coin that's created. Both of them went fucking ballistic after those videos came out. So I feel like we're going to see a lot in this bull run coming up. I feel like it's going to be a lot more heavy in AI, gaming, gambling. Like I think they're the 3 that are really going to stand out, like when the bull run settles and we're in the fucking chaos of everything again.
Yeah, I'd be happy with a 10K. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I built 3 mining rigs back in 2018, and if they turn into $1 million for me, I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
No, 100%, man.
Yeah, I'm happy with like 5,000 to 8,000 range, honestly, and that's just being realistic because you know who knows what's gonna happen.
Bro, it's like 2 weeks from here, right? And it's not even started yet. Like,
that's the thing. That's what scares me, is that we're not even like, this is untraditional what we're seeing in the market right now. What we're seeing in this cycle, like even looking at Bitcoin, it's not comparable to the last cycles. It's so hard to look at the last cycles and say, oh, okay, we're here. You know what I mean? Because everything's been so different. So who knows what could happen? You know, who knows? Are we going to hit?
Could go ballistic, man.
I mean, we've already
fucking ballistic.
I mean, Bitcoin already hit the 0.76 on the fib. You know what I mean? Like we've already broke through that, and like usually that doesn't happen until after the halving, it would happen before the halving, but we'd see a 20-cent pullback or 30 cent or 40%. You know, and I don't even know if we're going to get that pullback. Like it's so unpredictable right now, this market.
But bro, the ETF can change everything.
Yeah,
like it can be massive, like crazy shifts. I mean, like, okay, so Peter Schiff scored, 100,000 per Bitcoin. It's a possibility. So maybe it will never happen because it's Peter Schiff. But there is that. Like, it makes sense, right? So it'd be cool in the next few months. Can be interesting for sure.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's just so hard for me as somebody who looks at charts and looks at historical data. I mean, we've only had a couple cycles, so it's not like you have a lot of data to pull from. But this cycle is just so different. It's just like it's incredibly different than the last 2 cycles we've seen.
Yeah, but so how do you plan to exit? Like, do you plan to do you have a plan to reach a certain number in like ETH value or USD value?
So last cycle I had charted a fib chart off of the previous cycle, and then I had exit points, and I took 40% of all my holdings out at the first exit, and then I took 20% of what was left at the next exit point. That's how I exit out during the bull run. But I don't know if I'm going to run the fib chart and do the same this year, because it might go ballistic. So I might up my levels, but I don't want to up my levels too much, because then what happens if it never gets there? Then I'm stuck holding the bag. And I have
I have a
shit ton of crypto, so I don't want to risk. Yeah. I'd rather not be greedy and just take profits. Like right now, I could take profits on Chainlink and cover my whole investment in the crypto that I've made in the last year and a half. I could just sell all my Chainlink right now and be in the plus, and then everything else is riding free. But I also know Chainlink has a lot of upside from here still. So I don't want to do that.
Everything has upside right now. Like we still okay, bull market probably started in a way, but slowed down. It's kind of good price action, right? Because it's not going like ballistic parabolic yet.
Yeah.
And so we don't if we have a retracement, we still have the level and stuff. But with the risk reward is still good right now, right?
That's the thing that you said, bull market. I don't think we're in the bull market still. I still think we're before halving, and technically, historically, the bull market doesn't start till after the halving. So technically, are we in a bull market? Are we just seeing some manipulation? What are we seeing?
Well, you said it yourself. This time around, this cycle has been different than other cycles, and I think that's one of the things that they're trying to essentially, because everyone is aware of this cycle. Everyone is aware of what they have to do because of history. So what they do, what the big guys do, I would assume, is they do the unexpected, which in this case would be the bull market is already here, and instead of everything being parabolic, things are just creeping up in terms of price. Then at some point, it's going to hit all-time high. People are going to realize, oh shit, this is actually the bull run, and then by then it'll be too late. I feel like that could be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, again, like the Bitcoin ETF changed everything. If in 6 months we have this ETH ETF, that can basically trigger everything too, right? It can okay, if ETF is approved, Gary tweeted twice again or 3 times because why not? And it triggers everything. Bitcoin going to the moon. ETH is going to $50,000 and just can retire again.
It's not that I can retire again. It's just that I'll go from comfortable to wealthy.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there. And I'm the type of person, I'm so giving that I'll never be truly wealthy, because I will constantly help people. I'll constantly give. I'll never be one of those billionaires that's just I don't know what to do with my money. If I ever became a millionaire, I would probably not stay a millionaire. I'll just stay being comfortable, and comfortable to me is not having the stress, not having to worry about, okay, for the next year, I'm going to worry about shit. For the next 5 years, I don't going to worry about shit. That's comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Jazz. So let's say hypothetically, you're making 3 million a month. Would you not stay a millionaire?
Oh yeah.
I mean, at those levels, of course, it'd be hard to kind of do that. But I mean, if we're just talking realistically, the crypto I hold, I mean, if we see a 20% increase, I'm already close to seeing double comma, the double comma club with what I'm holding now. So imagine in the bull market where we will be, so I should see realistically, you could see a high million number, maybe 10 million, 15 million if it pushes right. Who knows? But at the same time, I would reinvest most of my money and into people and into other things. I just don't think holding money is really wise. I think you should always be pushing your money around, reinvesting it. And why not help other people? You know what I mean? If I have all these millions of dollars and there's a guy that's suffering, why would I not want to change his life and help him? And that's just the way I've always been. So there's a lot of people out there, once they get that money, they're so greedy, they don't want to let go of it. Yeah.
Well,
Me on the other hand.
another option too that you gotta keep in mind is that you could put it all on red and turn that 10 into 20 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's
in just
fun.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I am a gambler. I am a degen, so but I'm also very responsible with my degen.
That's what they all say.
But listen, I have limits, and the last couple of days I've been tilting pretty hard with those limits, where I'm always like, all right, well, I'm only going to spend 150 today gambling. If I lose it, whatever, and then $500 later, I'm like, all right, no more deposits. And then it's funny because that last deposit, whether it be like 50 or $100, where I'm just like, I'll just do one more bonus buy. Then I'm cashing out $1,000, or I'm back to even for the day. Like yesterday, I did I put 400 in, and I took 600 out. Not a big win, but breaking even in gambling is a huge win.
It's a W.
True. Oh, gambles is so much fun. I love it. I do like 30 minutes of gambles every week now. It's awesome.
Guys, if you haven't seen Vince play blackjack, let me tell you, it's the best show on the internet.
Does he play by the book, or does he just do whatever he wants?
Vince doesn't know what the book is. Okay.
What?
The first time he played, he doubled down on it.
I could not fucking sit on the table.
He doubled on a 20 because he thought it doubled his bet because it was such a good win, not realizing he gets more cards.
I burst a 20.
That is wild.
Yeah, but bro, like the first time I had hard time clicking on the fucking seat because I had to click on the coin and then click on the seat and the fuck.
Yeah, he'll go from like a $50 bet to like a $500 bet though. Like the next bet, and like
he'll get
like a 14 against a 16 and he'll hit it. So I think once he learns basic strategy, he'll be a beast, but he just has to open up a basic strategy guide.
The same table as him.
Yeah, exactly. No, if he's playing by himself, it's it's your own risk. But when there's other people on the table, I know they're cursed.
Ruining everything. Yeah,
like he just hit on a 14. It's a 3. What is he doing?
No, but like Ramo told me, you don't ask for one more card after 16, and you don't split 10s.
Well, I mean, you have to hit on a 16 if the dealer is showing a 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Oh, you have to watch the card of the dealer?
Yeah, the dealer card matters. That's the thing. Like, if you have a 16 and the dealer showing 7, 8, 9, or 10, if they have a chance to have 17 or better, they're going to beat you. So you got to get higher than that card. So you got to hit on a 16. But I mean, there's times where you don't hit on a 16 if you feel like if you're good at running cards in your head. And you're like, I've seen a lot of face cards. So the chance of him having a face card under that's probably slim. Then sure, you can make those calls. But a lot of people can't run cards like that in their head.
But there is multiple games in the cards, right? So you have to count.
That's why they do it. But there's still people. They're usually 8 decks, 6 decks. Depends on the casino.
Oh, yeah.
That's why, like, when I used to play in the casinos, I used to love playing single deck blackjack. Because it's so easy to keep track of the cards,
Okay.
But I mean, it takes some skill to count. Count cards is not hard to do.
Isn't that illegal?
It's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal.
They'll just ban you if they know you're doing it. See, in the real casinos over here in the States, if they find out you're counting cards, they just pretty much ban you. They blacklist you.
And how do they know you're counting cards? It's not like
they can tell because they train their floor people how to count, so they know how to spot it. So people that work for the casino get trained how to count cards, and it's a simple system. You just +1 -1, and you just keep running count in your head, dividing it into the deck. There's four decks, then you divide it into what you think's left, and you get a running count. But it's a pretty simple process if you're good with math and good with numbers. And you can also team up with people. You can always have another person that works for you, and they're playing on the table. But yeah. Always the hidden card is a 10.
Yeah, we need a Vince / Carlos stream one day. Like get Vince to jump on when Carl's streaming and get him to teach him blackjack.
Yeah. We gotta teach Vince a little more, but I've been trying to help him.
Yeah, Ramo too. Like he said, stand it. But okay, because of the delay in the chat, like I ask, what should I do? What should I do? And then there's a counter, like there's a 5, 4, 3, and then I click on it, and then Ramo said stand. Oh, okay. Next turn.
Yeah, you need to get somebody in a voice chat like while you're live.
That's fine.
But just open up a guide called Basic Strategy, and it will tell you if you have this card against this card, this is what you should do realistically in terms of odds and chances. If you're, but if you're a gambler, then fucking hit all the time. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Split everything. Split everything.
But yeah, honestly, it's like it's so cool. Gambles is awesome, and like I saw like Carlos tweets too about like KPIs of Gambles. So yeah, congrats team, doing good. Proud of you.
Yep. And you guys have noticed, I've been seeing a lot of max wins hit in the last week.
Yeah. Like 4 or 5 this week.
And I'm like over here, like, what about me? Because I mean, I don't have any max wins, but
not yet. Keep chasing and
but everybody hits on like 20 cents, which I guess is good because they're only winning like $3,000. I like to play like between $2 to $5 bets. So
shit.
Well, good thing you're not max winning then.
Yeah.
Don't like the casino, bro.
I just feel like the max wins are juiced in the 20 cent range because I see so many people hit max wins on 20 cents, 10 cents, like on Hacksaw and Prague and all that week.
Yeah. Probably because more people are spending those 20 cents than spending like the $2 to $5. So chances of hitting a max win probably goes up because of more players, kind of thing.
Makes sense. I just can't stay on 20 cents. Like I'll put 20 cents on like 100 spins and walk out of the room, kind of thing. But I can't sit here and play 20-cent spins. It's I don't know, man.
It's fun. Like, have you seen me like winning $1?
I have. We have emojis and gifs now of you winning $5 and like reacting to it. It's hysterical. He's like doing like with like $3. Me over here, I'll win like 500 and I'm mad because I could have won more. Like I needed one more bonus. Like the other day I was playing Bass and I had 5 spins left in the bonus, and all I needed was one more fisherman. I would have got into 10 more spins, 10x, which anybody that plays Bass knows that's not really common to get there. And I was on 240 bet, so it would have been very nice. I still won $1,100, but I could have probably won $5 or $6 grand if I got into that last spin.
Well, $1,100 on Big Bass is basically a max win. By the size it goes,
dude. The one Big Bass I've been playing, I've been hitting pretty nice on. I've been winning like in the bonuses anywhere between 400 to 1,000 anytime I get in the bonus. But I'm also spinning in on $1.80 to $3. So
anything more than 100x on Big Bass, I consider a max win. So, GG.
Well, I was on 240 spin, only won 1,100.
Yeah, it's a few 100x. Not bad.
It's like a 500x, 400x. I don't even know the math, but I've been having a lot of fun on gambles. So if you guys haven't played gambles, join up, get in there.
Check the affiliate links, please. I have one. So check the links in the description. Not in the description. They are not in the description. They are somewhere else.
No, it's in the link tree, guys.
Yeah,
it's in the link tree.
The YouTube channel just got deleted just now.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Check my OnlyFans. The links are there. Let's go. Link trees will do the job. And Carl, you're quite big on betting too, right? I saw you like a couple of shorts with you and Carlos playing blackjack, and that's cool. That was fun.
Yeah, I do love a gamble.
Yeah, nice. That is the founder's product fit. That's cool.
Yeah, we know degens, man. Like we are degens, like all of us, basically. So yeah, I mean,
that's cool.
Lends well into what we're doing, and we're able to use our past experiences with various platforms to make ours better.
I mean, best way to understand the market is be the market,
Yeah,
exactly. Be a market maker. Anyway, okay. So another news. Have you seen? Okay, so I know Carlos is in the chat. Like we are Solana Maxi here, over here, but like you see, like pudgy penguins flipping Bored Ape.
Yeah.
Is that not crazy?
Impressive.
Very happy.
Is that good for pudgy or is that bad for Bored Ape or both?
No, it's good for both.
Yeah, good for both. Yeah, competition.
Yeah, because they've been at the top for so long. Like honestly, no one's really done much challenger. It's always just been. I guess you could argue CryptoPunks, but I'm not really sure how ETH people see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always been Bored Ape, right? So the fact that Pudgy are pushing them now and they're not just are the number one on ETH. Like I think Luca's done fucking bits with Pudgy, and it's a pure IP play. Like it's unreal.
Yeah, I think that's like okay. The risk reward. Okay, so if an IP play is like successful, it go like crazy. Versus like a utility project where like if it's successful, there is like a setting that you have to break. But with an IP play, if it fails, like it's zero.
Yep.
Like
yep. That's it's risk reward, like you said, right? Yeah. No ceiling for IPs, but at the same time, it's a lot harder to make an IP project successful when utility is all numbers and statistics. So you have that limitation, like you said.
There's still no ceiling for utilities, though. Like honestly, because it depends what your utilities are, what the business models are, and whether they've got a ceiling. Do you know what I mean? If you've built endless revenue models that are just going to bring sustainability throughout, and you can see how they're in market areas that are due to grow, and you're constantly working on them, scaling them out, market them, and adapting with the times, make sure they're competing with the top spots, especially not just in Web3 but in Web2 as well. Like obviously talking business wise, there's no reason why utility projects are capped, right? Usually it's because they don't offer something. Like if you have an IP play, like you're just looking at the art, like basically you're looking at that IP and that brand, and then the team's knowledge behind brand awareness and how to deliver. When you're looking at utility, like usually you don't really care about the art. What was those fucking smiley faces that were on Sol, like poker faces or something? They went to like 200, 250 Sol or something. So if the revenue's backing it, people don't care about the art. But if you can have everything in one, then where is that ceiling? Like if you can have solid art and all of these utilities, then backed by sustainable business models, where's the ceiling?
It's a speculation. Because by having utility, you have less speculation because you can count, right? Math is betting the speculation. So and like a lot of like utility project or like built by software engineers, and like a lot of IPs project are built by or like software engineer, like coders or whatever, and like a lot of IP project are built by marketing guys ish. Or growth, and it's completely two different mindset of how to build a company. Like personally, I would have a hard time building a brand project. That's why it's like utility one, because that's what I know how to do. Like, and I like it's cool. I can sell something that just like, oh yeah, it's a IP brand. I don't know. I have no idea how to do that. But like, you still have to like both companies need like both verticals, but you always have like a culturally, like you always have a stronger verticals between founders, passive. But basically, like the utility kills your speculation, and speculation drive crazy prices. The problem is like how long can it last, right? Like for example, Bored Ape, like you have speculation with the token, and then the mutant, like historically, blah blah blah. It drive it to what, 250 ETH?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man, that's fucking crazy. And like it lasts for what, 6 months, 1 year? Is that long time in NFT? Yes, but in the company lifespan, it's fucking one day. Yeah, it's nothing.
But I feel like we will start to bridge that gap of like IP and utility, right? Because you can speculate on utility, because if you have foundations, okay, they're not speculated on, these are factual, they're tangible, they're there, everyone can see it.
Then
you can speculate on how high those ceilings go, like how much reach is it going to get, is it going to break into Web2, like is it going to compete with sustainable models that are already proven and out there, and you already have that proof, right? So if you can speculate on the growth of it, like that, you can get that same IP speculation and the price can go ballistic, because especially if it's rewarding you with staking, and then you can go and use that to play on platforms or buy merch or do this or do that or sell it or whatever, and you're then having that return on investment from the outright layout anyway. If people can see that going, like, okay, where the fuck is the ceiling for these businesses? Like this could do millions a month, Like, and if we're getting that back for this degree through these avenues as a holder, they never have to touch the NFT. So why would people not want to ape into that NFT on the speculation that these businesses are going to grow over the course of X, Y, and Z? And this is where it becomes short sight versus long sight. Are you investing for future wealth, or are you investing to make fucking $100 now? And if you're investing for future wealth, like these IP plays, I think Jack's got it, because he, you know, like you said, okay, dollar-wise is down. He don't care about that. Like, he'd rather have the Solana if he was going to hold one of the two right now. But like the fact that he went through and picked his bear that he wanted and paid above floor for it, and he made sure he's got the one that's showing the intention that he's going to hold that long term. He's got the long-term vision that in a couple of years, okay, bears are going to go ballistic with IP. And I feel like especially with what we're doing and talking from a selfish point of view, you know, Mavericks, like, we can bring that speculation and have that bit of IP play with, especially with the new art. Like, I think it fucking slaps, like, honestly. And the businesses that we generated, it's been a long time, like, building all of these things, but they're there now. So now people, instead of fucking being like, oh, when staking, and just for your information, is coming fucking soon. But like, it should now be speculating. We've delivered on what we said we're going to do, and now we're going to market scale, like, and invest back into those platforms to make them compete at a top level in Web 2. So think about how much fucking money that's going to do. Look at the area. Look at the area of what business we're in, and go and look at some graphs and see the fucking growth, man. Like, honestly, the potential is unreal, and I think you're going to see more projects picking up more business models to back their NFT side.
I don't know 1%. Like, I think you're 1% right. Like, it's probably easier for a utility project to create speculation than a IP project that builds utility, because your whole identity is completely different. But like, one is, I think, more easily adaptable than the other. And like, for example, okay, so yeah, the reality is we have not seen yet utility project or startups actually reach those levels. Maybe Mad Labs is actually doing it. With the whole backpack, like exchange, and like all of the partnership that they are like doing together, and also like something in like the buyer like /Armani thread. The fact that you speculate on airdrops and collabs and stuff, that can be the way of like speculating for a utility project. If you tell your community that by having my NFTs, then you will have access to free money, and then people are buying a shit ton of NFTs and like keep it, stake it, whatever.
But Vince, Mad Labs, right? Absolutely, probably the best project out there at the moment, right? Like, you could argue Pudgies as well, just because they blitzed Bored Ape, but like, Mad Labs is killing it on every aspect. When Mad Labs first dropped the exchange, people thought they dropped the exchange because Backpack failed, right? Backpack's really picked up, I think, in usage. And I don't own a Mad Lab, by the way, so this is not a shill or anything. But like, seeing their exchange just do, what was it, $1 billion, I think? $1 billion, like, in volume across their exchange is fucking unreal. And Mad Lads, for what I understand, don't get, I think literally Pengzu just put it in there. I don't think yet they get like anything, right? Like, for holding it. So you imagine that Mad Lads end up getting, I don't know, 5% of the fees split between those holders. Like, what do you think would happen to that floor price after they have delivered a utility and it's, you know, it's fairly fresh and it's done $1 billion in volume on a fucking exchange? Like, people would look at that and go, well, Mad Lads is a bargain at 200 soul floor price if that is going to be the avenue. At the minute, Mad Lads are there because they're going to get 10k from Wormhole, and they're going to get get every basically airdrop ever, right? So
exactly, and that may be like the strong way to go for like big project and scale, like the rewarding your holders meta, where you basically because you can scale, you will always have like new project on chain coming up next week with the extra mint, blah blah blah. You will always have like big partnership with, like, for example, if you have a Mad Labs, you get a boost on Tensor, whatever. And it doesn't cost anything to the team. It's just like a collab manager that's doing that job, right? So it's cool. And that could be the way of, like, again, scaling. Because if you share revenue, okay, so you make like 1 million amounts in revenue because the exchange fee, blah, blah, blah. And like, you still need to grow your community aspect of it. And if you split 1 million by 1 million user, like holders, then like everyone is getting $1 and nobody's happy to spend like $20,000 to get $1 a month. You know, like it doesn't make. But if you get free money by having an NFT, then boom.
But with NFTs, right, you're not ever going to split it between a mil. I mean, Yuga Labs have got the most NFTs in a collection ever, and there's 120,000 of them. So
yeah.
So let's say like Soul, the Mad Lads OG, which is the ones that get the revenue, they're the only ones that are out in a minute, right? Like even if they had X% of fees and it was, I know, 500,000, and they made like a couple of mil off fees, and they gave 500,000 split between 10,000 NFTs. Like that's sustainable income, and it's going to grow. Like you can see the model growing, and when the exchange becomes a household name and an exchange that people know and trust, has been around for a bit. There's been no issues. Like as that grows, like if you can pick up one of those, and that's where I think Amani was saying on Twitter, you know, eventually if you're coming from a position of power, like it's not a bad thing to diversify the collection and get more people on because it's more marketing. But if you want return on investment, and you'd hold an OG Mad Lad, well, if that happens and they get all of these cool things for holding it and revenue back, plus the art is like pretty good, like it's not terrible, like what do you think would happen to that floor price? Like you could easily see them up at, you know, fucking 1,000 sold at Decod3rs.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
no, that's right.
No, go for it.
All right, Coach, I wanted to ask you, do you think Mad Lads, I want to ask you, what do you think Mad Lads' success is based on right now? Mostly IP or mostly like, utility?
Mostly like IP, and they kind of just formed a community that took over Degods. Like a lot of Degods holders went and swapped out for a Mad Lad when Frank went on his decline before he went to being a Bitcoin Decod maxi for a week or whatever he's been tweeting about this week. But
mostly IP.
Yeah, most of this community at this point, right? But you can see products have been built and shipped. I'm not in Mad Lad, so I don't know what's coming. I don't know what Amani's got planned. I don't know what the thing is, but you can see they built a wallet, and the wallet is pretty good. Like there's a few features in there that are cool. No, I don't use it. I still use Phantom because I can't be asked to change.
Exactly.
Eventually I will, but that wallet is cool, and the exchange for the numbers they've done is a massive GG's, like a billion. Doesn't matter where the volumes come from, the billion volume is fucking huge. So if in any way that goes back into the community of Mad Lads, like it's only going to get stronger, and then you get people wanting to join, massively priced out, and that's where Amani was saying earlier. At that point, you know, getting another collection out at an entry point where people can get in is marketing, is getting people to shout about your products and reaching the further corners of the internet and of the world, essentially. But they're coming from a position of power. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, 1%. Like you have to be at the top to like even like drop a second collection or like increase the size of the community. What about you airdrop one new Mad Labs to holders, and then they take profit out of it, and so you have increased the size of your collection, but it's still the OG art and stuff.
It's not guaranteed though, is it? Like if you drop it to existing holders, and you think like one day those OG ones are going to get some revenue share, or going to get some return on investment through the products that are being built and you supporting and helping the creator, like the founders, like why would you sell it? Like unless you needed the money, like you just hold it, right? So the best way is that is your OG collection. Those people are your OGs, and then like look at Utes, right? Like they got Utes out on Polygon and they fucking moved or whatever, but that's all everyone's talking about. Ute list, the reveal, you know, for marketing wise, like Degods were still at the tip of the tongue. Utes aren't the reason Degods came down sharply. Like it's got nothing to do with that. Frank executed the Utes perfectly. Everyone, in fact, Decod holders probably earned a decent amount through Utes because the dust was used. You know, dust spiked massively. They all had a free one which they could flip if they wanted, but there was a shitload of them. There's 50,000, so they still got a mass amount more people into the Degods culture, right? So I don't think expanding the original collection would work. I think they would have to do like a second collection eventually, and that's obviously what he was, you know, leading on to in that tweet. But it's got to come from a position of power, like in my eyes. And I think OK Bears are rocking on the line of it, but it's on ETH, right? So it's not quite. It's not quite the same.
Solana price and like volume, it's kind of here, but like even like the branding on OK Bears, it's kind of tricky on Sol, right? Because like for me, the branding of OK Bears is the fucking wristband. That's what comes to mind, right? So like, how do you get out of that zone too, right? Like, it's tricky. Same thing, honestly, same thing for Dust Labs assets. Like, to get out, like, to become Facebook when all of the cool kids are on TikTok, it's a hard stuff to come back from.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, yeah, to like for arcades, like to take over Mad Labs, like they have to pull something that's never been seen before, basically.
Yeah, 100%. And Tyro's another one that's a bit of a sleeper. That's OG that people don't really talk about too much. And if you look, like, Tom's obviously a builder and he's very fucking switched on. But if you look how many things have Tyro had that was potentially coming out, gaming, casino, porn, fucking all of this stuff that was going to generate graphite, revenue or burn or whatever. And to be fair, he fucking landed perfectly on this shitcoin launchpad, and it bangs, and everyone wants to use it, and it's earned a shitload of money, and people are booked up, and they can expand from that. So it took him a while to find it, but he found like what they'll probably be recognized for now. And he's already made decent money that's going back into graphite, and it'll be interesting to watch Tyro's price over the next couple of weeks when the pools launch and everything else, because I feel like they're a bit slept on for what they do. But then, it's getting over their thing. Like Tom's he said he's going to do this, do this, do this, do this. It's never quite been built. It's never quite got out. It's never had the launch. The pilots were a bit of a shit show. The art took forever. But now all of that, he's boiling it back down, and coming back to just mainly focusing on Tayo and, the Gem 1s and what's going to happen there. So.
What's the status of the pilots now? And he wanted to do porn, right, on chain.
Yeah, and I think that might still be in the works, but again, like, it's stuff that got hyped up. People were like, "Oh yeah, that could be sick," and then like never. There was no fruition, like there was no tangible outcome to it. But like with this launch pad, you've seen they built it, they've delivered it, and it's now booked up. And Tayo are now earning money back to fund more ventures and to put into their community, and they're actually giving back.
Yeah, it's a like virtuous cycle. It's cool. Cycle of life. Guys, any take on like the whole Mad Labs, Decod3rs process stuff, or are you playing gambles?
No, I have to be on my VPN for that. If I was on my VPN, I would drop out of this so quick. I can't handle all that bandwidth. It only handles gambling. But no, I mean, Mad Labs, I think one of their biggest utilities, of course, is the fact that they're included in every airdrop. I mean, people sleep on that. Like, they've made so much money on airdrops alone that they probably have covered the cost of their Mad Lab, whatever their cost was. And back even we had the same thing with Decods. I mean, when I was in Decods, we got everything. The only people that shunned those was Bonk back in the day. They were like, "Fuck you, Decods," and rightfully so. We deserved it, So I mean, it is what it is. But I think that's something that's slept on. Like when you're in part of a community, and even Jelly, like in Jelly, I've gotten so much back in value because the alpha team constantly gets us stuff, being a holder. And people still give us big allocations, decent allocations. So, and that reminds me, I was just reading Spider Swap is actually launched today public. So if you guys did sign up for Spider, got your 1 token today, they should be launching the claims for the vesting. So if you have that, you go on the claim today, and you should be able to start seeing what you're going to be rewarded as a backer status. And that's something
that's good money.
Yeah, and so that's something also that if I wasn't in Jelly, I wouldn't have got, because it was something that was given the Jelly holders. I think like 200 or 300 of us got in on that, which is awesome. So it's supposed to launch today. I'm in their Discord. It looks like public went today. The vesting contract should be live today sometime, so you can kind of see what the rewards are like. I think the token's trading like 6 cents, 7 cents. So I mean, that's decent. But again, I think a lot of communities sleep on that. Like a lot of people in Jelly right now are, being in the server and being someone that works in the server and dealing with the people all the time, I see a lot of people like really like this is the worst time to be like flooring your assets, because the transition's happening. I understand everybody's been waiting for so long, but they forget about the alpha that's been presented and all the free stuff they're getting. On top of that, the floor price is down, but you also got all this allocations in airdrops that could have paid for that one rascal you just floored. You know what I mean? So like, I think a lot of people sleep on that part of the communities, that they have alpha teams in place where they're constantly getting those rewards and stuff like that on the back end. At least personally for me, I think holding an asset when I got good alpha and good airdrops coming my way.
Because you buy back your investment. Like you take profit by getting more from like,
I don't think people view it that way though. They just see it as free money, but they don't realize that they got that free money because they hold this asset. You know, and I think they don't link that together. And I think people need to start realizing
You think they don't get that?
No, there's a lot of people that don't get it. Because all they see is the floor price of their asset, and that's all they think about is, well, I spent, you know, whatever on this, and now it's worth this. But you also made how much money the last 6 months on this, and this. So really your cost is this. And people don't do that calculation in their head as an investor, because Web3 investors aren't really investors. They're just here to get rich. You know.
Guys, I think it's because of what you said, right? It's in the last 6 months they made this much. So it's small amounts, but over a long enough duration. But for them, because it's small amounts and they withdraw it or waste or something, they don't actually see how much they accumulate. And that's why they don't see, oh shit, I made 500, but where's the 500 gone? Like they don't know. So that's why they don't calculate, I think.
In 17 bad mints that you did that were like you lost all your money on. you know.
I've got, Vince, do we have another minute or two?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I heard the alarm.
Oh yeah, that's my gym alarm. So yeah.
All right. I had a theory for IP plays and utility projects as well. So there's this thing that I think when a project starts with IP and they go to utility, I think that's a really bad thing for them. And the reason I say that is because when you start IP, and then you go to utility, you essentially, even if you still have IP, you still put that cap on yourself. Because new members will come and they'll see the utility and they might not buy in because they're not making enough money. And the old people that have been there since the beginning, they're saying like, okay, we have utility now, but I'm only making $3 a day or like $30 a month. So now this is not worth it anymore. I think if an IP project starts as IP, it should stay as an IP. Otherwise, the speculation goes away. Because I'm saying this because of OK Bears. I don't think they should do any utility. I'm saying this because of Mad Lads, and that's why I asked Culture before: is Mad Lads successful because of IP or utility? And it's IP. So now, if they start giving out revenue, like actually giving out revenue to people who use utilities, I think it might be a bad thing if it's not a lot of revenue.
So what do they do when the airdrop meta drops off? Because it hasn't been here the whole time, and it is a meta at the moment. There's not going to be forever companies just fucking whacking out, you know, a couple of mil into the ecosystem just because. Like, so what are you banking on then? Like, it's Mad Lads is more than just the airdrops right now.
They don't need to bank on things.
They get everything, right? So like, but when that drops off and then it's just an IP play, if they're holding that Mad Lads and let's say exchange does, I don't know, 5x in the next like 2 years, right? And like the Mad Lads founders or team are making fucking bank from the exchange and the wallet or whatever. And as a holder, like the airdrops have fell off, like they're not about anymore, or if they are, it's minimum. Then what are you going to get? You still think they're going to see a fucking 200 thing? Look at Pyth. Look at what happened with Pyth. What happened to Mad Lads? It guaranteed that you were going to get Pyth as a Mad Lad. What happened to the floor? What happened after the airdrops? Like the floor crashed by fucking 25-30%. So you can't just rely on that. Like as a team, they can't just rely on the fact that they get everything, because it will stop one day, and then that's when they have to have that runway. And they built that runway, and they're doing it successfully, in my opinion.
Yeah, that could be it. Like, okay, so in your phase growth, you have to be an IP play in a way. And when you grow enough and you want to sustain everything, then you have to build utility that can back it up your IP and like hopefully like make a long-term company. And I mean like we have like what 2 years of like history of project and stuff. Like it's what is long-term anyway, right? Like are we building like companies? Like I have a hard time seeing an IP company lasting more than 5 years. Like if you just build IP for IP, I'm speaking French now. Or you have to become a marketing agency, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Tricky. Yeah.
No, I think IP plays have a lifespan because they don't have any monetary thing there for people to calculate and look at.
Except if you sell your IP, right? Again, like if you monetize your IP with sponsorship or yeah, but then like you become like a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that works. That does.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, like yeah, I think we can wrap it up now. Do you have anything that you want to mention, or we can keep some topics? That was we survived Carlos traveling to Japan. We did it, boys.
We survived. We thrived, man. What do you mean? We thrived.
One thing I did see that was interesting is Bonk. Like, just quickly, Bonk working with Revolut. Revolut was supposedly buying a shit ton of Bonk. Either buying or they've been granted or whatever, because I don't know what they're doing, but they're basically marketing Bonk for them. And Revolut is a fairly
it's huge
Web2 brand, right? So
huge.
I don't like crypto on Revolut though, because not your keys, and you have to sell to get it out. I think.
Speaking of Bonk, today is Bonk Dragon Day. Just so you guys know, if you guys know what I know, if you know, you know. But today is the 20th, and that's the day they say you can start building your dragon if you staked some Bonk. I'm kind of curious about that.
That's cool.
Just check. It's not live yet. It's not live yet, but today is the 20th. Just putting it out there.
Did you have to like stake before a certain time, or?
Yeah, you had to lock a minimum of 1 million Bonk in, and then come back on the 20th to see your Bonk Dragon. And if you were part of Bonkmas, you're supposedly get an extra reward for doing all that. But I think you could probably stake right now before it goes live and still be okay. Yeah. 1 million. Just go to the Bonkmas link. If you run Bonkmas, just go to Bonkmas, and then they have the links to the rewards and the dragon.
Yeah, I've already I staked 200 million Bonk there like a few days ago.
You're well.
You did 6 months too, right? I know you did 6 months.
No, I did 3 months. It was actually an accident. I was flicking through the prices, or sorry, to the times, like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and I accidentally locked it in for 3 months, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But it is what it is. But is it not beneficial to like go there right now, make like 10 different wallets and just put 1 million into each of them?
I have no idea. I really don't. I just think if you do it with the wallet you had Bonkmas eligible, you're going to get the biggest reward.
The thing is, I had Bonkmas, but then they removed it from me, so like I got screwed. Yeah, I think it was like during Bonkmas, like in the first day or something, I like sold some Bonk from my wallet. And then the purge happened like a couple of days later from Bonkmas, and they just kicked me out. So
yeah, I had the same.
I only staked 30 million, but I did it for 6 months, so we'll see. I mean, I don't plan on selling it. It was like my reserve, my gecko, my Bonk. You know, I didn't plan on selling it, so I locked all my gecko up. I locked all my Bonk up, and it's the best way because I'm a gambler. I like to sell things when I want to gamble, and I don't want to put money out of my pocket. It's like, what can I leverage today? Let's leverage my Bonk. Can't do that now. Well, I mean, I just buy it back after I do win. Once in a while, I lose an asset.
Yeah, and looks like
gamble responsible, kids.
Yeah, Ryan wants this Bonk Dragon.
Yeah, everybody wants their dragon. I'm curious to what it is. I heard Bonk, and I was like, wait, today's the 20th.
They're doing some cool stuff, man.
The Bonkmas site.
Yeah, if you go to Bonkmas, the links are there, I think.
It's just bonkdragon.com is the dragon site. I'm on it right now. That's the link. But if you go to Bonkmas, bonkmas.com, that will give you all the links.
Okay, sweet. Nice. And, hey, for the vesting too, can you claim that, like, without it, like, removing your vesting time? Can you claim every day or whatever?
Talking about Bonk?
Yeah. On the Bonk rewards.
I don't know. There is a withdrawal, but it doesn't give you it has a date that it's locked to. So I don't think you can withdraw. And if you do withdraw, I'm wondering if there's a fee.
Well, for me, it's like you can claim and you can withdraw. So like right now, I could claim 1.5 million Bonk, but I'm not sure if that would like affect my vesting or anything.
I didn't see there was a claim.
Yeah, just next to withdraw, it says claim.
Okay. So you can get the rewards. That's cool.
I just don't want to claim it though, just in case it just cancels my shit or whatever. Like, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But
yeah, I think you can every day. That's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we should wrap it up, right? Anything you want to mention? No, good.
All good.
Oh yeah, I do have a claim button. Oh, thanks for that. Cool. I'll be gambling with my claims.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining for the Jelly show. That was great. Carlos, if you're still watching, we love you. Love you. It's not. No, it's not gonna be too good, but yeah, whatever. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Thank you, guys. Yeah, see, that's for you, Carlos. Thank you, everyone in the chat for joining. Ryan, Popol, Mitchell, everyone. Thank you so much, and we will see you tonight. And see, Jazz, we didn't crash, so it was 100% restream.
Yeah. Well, it could also be you. I mean, who knows?